The Joint Free Public Library of Morristown and Morris Township is the public library for both of these Morris County municipalities and services a wider public through its consortium Maine, preserves and provides access to historical documents and databases from its noted North Jersey History and Genealogy Center, and acts as a regional information hub. With a collection of around 250,000 volumes, we employ many facets of a modern-day library: educational databases, electronic books and audiobooks, streaming options, a museum pass collection, and a library of things that circulates non-book items from an electric typewriter to Wi-Fi hotspots. The library hosts between 14,000 and 20,000 patrons per year for a multitude of programming both virtually and in person, ranging from traditional preschool story times, adult and children's book clubs, to yoga classes, presentations on New Jersey and area history, and music and performing arts events. The library participates in many municipal-wide events, including the annual Morristown Festival of Books, events within the Morristown Cultural District, the Morristown Partnership, the Township of Morris Recreation Department, and many other local institutions. The Morristown and Morris Township Library Building is architecturally significant as a collegiate Gothic library design by Edward Lippincott Tilton, the foremost architect of libraries in his day. The library had its own origins in the 18th century, when the first library was established in 1792. Our current building replaced the Morristown Library and Lyceum, which was built in 1875 and burned in 1914. Cornell Willis, a retired textile merchant who lived in Morristown, donated funds to build a fireproof building to replace the library and lyceum on land donated by St. Peter's Episcopal Church. The day after Mr. Willis made his offer, an act of incorporation for the Morristown Library was filed, and on December 13, 1917, the library, with 8,000 volumes and a staff of 4, was opened to the public. The library continued to grow, first with an addition in 1930, also funded by Mr. Willis, and it served its public as an association library until 1966, when the residents of Morristown and Morris Township united in the support, maintenance, and control of a joint free public library. The library expanded its building 2 more times in 1987 and 2006. The library's 1917 Willis Wing provides a faithfully restored architectural interior that continues to function in its original purpose. Library patrons can appreciate the original historic building fabric as an ongoing contribution to the built environment and architectural history. Some of the noted Willis Wing architectural features include balcony ironwork by Samuel Yellen and panels documenting those from our municipalities who served in World War I, a golden eagle restored in 2012, originally from the Morristown Armory, which burned in the 1910s, glass artwork depicting great poets and the caravels of Christopher Columbus on the large windows overlooking the interior reading room, and architectural motifs on the ceilings, walls, in the ironwork, and other places that provide wonderful highlights for the building. These spaces are literally seen and used by 100 to 200,000 visitors each year. To document this history as well as the greater history of our municipalities, Morris County and Northern New Jersey, the library houses the North Jersey History and Genealogy Center, an important repository of historic archives, photographic images, maps, books, and other research covering back to before the American Revolution that is available for the public to research. The library resides within the downtown Morristown Historic District and is a fully accessible public building. An underground explosion on May 3, 2010, closed the facility to patrons and ultimately resulted in an over $5 million renovation. The explosion's epicenter was in the lower level of the Willis Wing, resulting in a damaged concrete floor, blown out windows, doors, and skylights, as well as furniture collection and cosmetic damage, but thankfully no injuries or fatalities. From 2010 to 2012, the library underwent renovations to repair damage to the building, but also to restore architectural millwork, colors, and fixtures of the original design based upon an historic preservation plan undertaken by HMR architects a few years earlier. The 1917 wing door was the original entry into the library, until several additions converted this entrance into an emergency exit. The door is wooden and has panels on its exterior featuring lines from a poem by William Wordsworth.